let's get into main topic number 1. And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Richard, who writes, so apparently Lovecraft Country showrunner Misha Green is going to write and direct the Tomb Raider sequel with Alicia Vikander. Not sure if this is enough to make me excited, but it definitely makes me intrigued with what she can come up with. What do you think? All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to lie to you. I love this news. I love this news, Rob. Let's go take a look at this. This comes to us from the folks over at Deadline, who writes, MGM has set Misha Green to write and make her featured directorial debut on with the next Tomb Raider, which has Alicia Vikander set to reprise her role as Lara Croft. Green steps up here after creating and directing Lovecraft Country, the breakout HBO series that stars Jernee Smollett, Jonathan Majors, who's going to be in Ant-Man 3, as Kang, apparently, and Michael Keith Williams, who I love. He's great in everything. Tomb Raider will be produced by Graham King via his GK Films banner and Elizabeth Kent-Leon via the Kent-Leon Company. This, of course, comes to us once again from Deadline. Rob, to me, this is all sorts of good news, and I'll tell you why. We have talked for a long time about the 3 inescapable truths in life that you cannot get away from. Death, taxes, video game movies suck. These are the 3 immutable laws of the universe. Then that doesn't mean there can't be a terrible video game movie that I don't love, Mortal Kombat, for example, but along came Alicia Vikander's Tomb Raider a couple years ago. And while to me it was not fantastic, it was the first video game movie that I walked out going, that was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't utterly fantastic, but I enjoyed myself. I actually liked it, and I love Alicia Vikander. And by the way, shout out to Sweep the Jeep, who sends in a super chat live badge in the live chat. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate that. But I actually quite enjoyed it. And I'll tell you what else I enjoyed. I loved Lovecraft Country. I loved this show. I mean, episode 2 almost lost me. Like, I really enjoyed episode 1. Episode 2 for me was really weak and I almost ditched on the show, but I stuck around for episode 3 and I'm so glad I did because all the rest of the way, I just loved it. To have, Green come and bring her sensibilities to something like Tomb Raider, to me is completely fantastic. So again, I'm not super thrilled with this because I thought the first Tomb Raider was all that. No, but I thought it was at least entertaining, which is more you can say for almost every video game movie ever made. But hopefully that's about to change. But now you've got Vikander coming back, which means they're building on the strengths of the previous movie. You're now adding talent like Green, who did such a great job with Lovecraft. So, Rob, I got to tell you, for me personally, this is fantastic news. I'm excited about it. Rob, you heard about this. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, I think it's cool. Like, you have always said that you quite enjoyed the original version.
Yeah.
And my thought is, look, I liked it too. And clearly it did enough business somewhere, whether it was actually theatrically or in the secondary market to warrant another film. And in my mind, if they're behind it, it has, like I always say, John, a great story, great characters. If they have a good script and a good idea, and it sounds like they do, and a director they believe in, that's something I get behind and get excited about. And why not? I mean, the thing is, when you really think about it, who doesn't like Tomb Raider? I mean, it's a fun game to play. We've been playing it for 20, 25 years now. And I mean, Lara Croft, great character. We all want her as our girlfriend. Why wouldn't you want to watch a movie that's good?
Yeah, and again, you got Alicia Vikander in there, an Academy Award-winning actress who is just kills it in everything. You may not love every movie she's in, but she kills it every time she's in it.
Precisely.
And again, Rob, I mean, you can't overlook this fact. Like you just said, you and I both enjoyed this movie. How often have we been able to say that about a video game film? I mean, seriously.
Not much. Not many times, John.
Not often.
Not
So
many times.
I think this is great. And I think it's a sign, Rob, because obviously we see a lot of things coming, right? We've talked a lot recently about some big video game properties that are now in motion. We got Last of Us is coming. Halo's got this thing on the move. We got Uncharted coming. So I think because of all those things, I think the studio said, you know what, even though the first Tomb Raider lost money, not a ton of money, but it did lose money. I think it made like 270 million worldwide, but it wasn't super expensive to make, but still it lost money. But I think now we're seeing the tide turn. We're seeing all these bigger projects coming. We feel confident with a filmmaker like Green and getting Alicia Vikander back. We feel that another Tomb Raider can do well. And I'm glad to see that they're doing it. Question is, guys, what do you think about this? Maybe you hated the first Tomb Raider movie with Alicia Vikander. That's understandable. But maybe if you're somebody like me that you kind of liked it and maybe you didn't even see Lovecraft Country and you totally should. But for me, this is great news. I'm very excited about it. What do you guys think? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.